Hello, my name is Cameron Kleinmetz, and I'm a senior at USF. I'm an entrepreneurship major, and this is my last year, last couple classes for the degree. I left USF for a while, I went to UF, and now I'm back here finishing up my degree in my hometown. And hopefully, in the next couple months, I'll be able to graduate and use that degree towards something, or just keep doing what I'm doing for now until I find something I really want to do. After reading the first few chapters and watching the first few videos in the first module, I really like the idea that problems should be looked at as a way of finding a solution to avoid actual problems in the future. Staying ahead of the game and being able to address problems now will help you in the long run. For example, I really like the idea of when Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, knew to release the Kindle so that even though the book industry was going downhill, he saw a solution and made the idea that if I can sell my own Kindle, which is what his product was, then he would be able to sell ebooks without having to waste paper and use those middlemen for books. He just gets to sell directly to the consumer. With this, he found the solution and then used the problem to be able to be ahead of the game and beat his competitors while still being successful. What I learned about myself was more that I've started to notice myself being more creative and thinking outside the box a lot more, or at least I'm more self conscious about myself doing it. I've probably always done it at work, but I just never really thought about it before. Like, for example, I work at an RV dealership and we have a lot of RVs coming in and out, and I don't know how to do everything. I've only been there for a year and change, and I have to ask someone else, and they might have to ask someone else too. And it's okay because we can all brainstorm off each other and create new ideas and try to figure out a new technique to make the easiest but still delivering the better quality of work that we can. And I mean, it's just we do what we can to help ourselves while still delivering the best amount of work that we can, and either being creative or trying new things and just thinking outside the box in general. It's really whatever we can do to help ourselves and the customers at the same time. And if that's what being creative and thinking out of the box is, I've been doing it for a long time. In the slide before, I referenced how in work we use creativity and brainstorming to make our jobs a little more easy and efficient while still producing the same quality as work. In the book, there's a quote that says, "To imagine and then create the kind of world we want to live and work in." This really resonated with me because it is true. If it wasn't for creativity, we would all have the same process of doing everything, and we would all be like mindless robots. Even though the process might work, it would be boring to do over and over again, and without creativity, there would be no diversity or anything to even change one from another. Without creativity and brainstorming, there would be no way to differentiate other techniques, and everything would just be the same way for everybody. For us personally, at an RV dealership, we are constantly trying to find new techniques to offer our clients and ourselves easier work while still producing the same amount and the same quality of builds. In my situation right now, where I'm at, I work for a small business, and I know that the owner and the business itself really wants me to stick around, especially after I graduate, because I'm one of the youngest guys there and I'm learning, and they want me to stick around, be able to lead the next group of people and keep the business going strong. And for me, I think the skills that I need to focus on the most going forward would be critical thinking, adaptability, and flexibility. Critical thinking is really important because I have to be able to think through solutions and find what I need to do best in order to do the task at hand in the most efficient and proper manner. Adaptability is just you need to be able to figure out new ways, and if there's an easier way and you're not going to do it, you're going to be left behind and become obsolete. And finally, flexibility is being able to see things in different perspectives. Because if you only have one mindset, you're not going to be able to see around and think outside the box. And in my line of work, being able to construct things and being crafty, you have to be able to think of new ways to get around a solution and find out what you need to do in the easiest way possible. For me personally, being an entrepreneurship major, I would love to own my own business one day, but for right now, I feel like the best move for me would be to continue working under my current job and just building my process skills and being the best creative thinker I can be and just making myself be even better and better by day. Thinking about these things while also practicing them is going to make it a lot easier to enhance my skills, and being able to adapt and figure out what the future is going to uphold is actually going to be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. Even though I have time, I'm only 22, I still really want to own my own business in the next couple of years, and I'm sure I will, but it won't be a large scale thing where I can make it a full time, but maybe I'll figure something out in the next year or two, and I'll be able to take these skills that I learned through the class and over the past couple of years working, and I'll be able to put them towards making a really good and successful business for myself.